turning into a happy, content sound, much like a house cat purring. Some cubs will suck on siblings' ears, some will suck on past their own feet. He also sucks on his very own tongue. Boston Piper came to us from a facility in the States. Unfortunately, it was forced to shut down. The adult learners were actually confiscated, and when we inquired to what was going to happen to the cubs, we were told it was inconclusive. I'm sure many of you can imagine what that probably meant for them. So after way too much paperwork, Boston Piper gave up their American citizenship, got their Canadian citizenship, and they will stay here with us for the rest of their lives. That being said, things that you folks might want to know if you are ever traveling out in bear country. Safety in numbers. 7 or more people have never had a bad bear encounter. We believe because 7 or more people make enough noise. You do want to make lots of noise. Bear bells are not loud enough. Loud, sharp sounds are what you are after. They also have something called a critical space or a critical space line. That one is significantly more complicated because every bear is unique. Every bear has a personality, which means every bear's critical space is going to be different and unique to them. We don't actually know where it is. What we do know is that time of year does play very significant roles. Early in the spring, sows could be waking up with brand new cubs. If you mamas think you're protective of little ones, trust me, you've got nothing on a mama bear. May and June, breeding season, bears are distracted, focused on other things. Therefore, they can be very easily startled. Going into the end of September, hyperphagia kicks in full force. Bears in the wild become ravenous hungry and will do anything for the smallest piece of food. September is also the month with the most recorded bear attacks. And in the winter, in our climate, of course, bears hibernate. That being said, just because they're hibernating, do you think we see them in the winter? No? Anybody else have a thought? Yes? You are right if you said yes. Because they do like to get up. Maybe do some sunbathing, maybe get a good stretch in, stretch it out. You gotta stretch out those hammies. And then they'll go back down. So at any time of year, there's a possibility you could see a bear. Bears are also extremely intelligent animals. Right up there with primates, they have the ability to reason, they can have abstract thoughts, they can even learn how to count. And at 1.5 years old, they even have the ability to pick up their toys and put them in a toy box like all little people are supposed to do. Not a toy box. What about this toy? What about him? Oh, him. He needs to go in the toy box too. Not a boy. Bears are also very agile animals. They can run 55 kilometers an hour in 2 jumps, which is faster than an Olympic sprinter. They can run uphill, downhill just as well. They can climb trees just as quickly, and they can turn on a dime. Us as humans, if we run or scream in front of a large carnivore, we turn into prey, which means when we run and scream in front of a bear, you just look like a big juicy hot dog and they want to eat you. Lots of people do think that brown bears cannot climb trees. I promise you it's a myth. They can climb trees perfectly fine. In fact, if they are too big to climb a tree, they probably push it over. Lots of people, too, when we had these guys as cubs, especially Piper, she was always up to the top of a tree. And lots of people say, well, what happens if she falls? Well, it doesn't matter if she falls. Bears are almost like gummy bears when they're babies. They can fall out of a tree and it doesn't fade them. They are truly powerhouses, right? You are strong. The bear's nose is their absolute best sense. It's what they rely on almost 100% of the time. And to give you an idea how amazing the bear's nose is, the average dog smells about 100 times better than us people. Bears smell 2,100 times better than us people. We're never going to fool that nose. You want to keep that in mind when you're traveling in bear country, because anything that has an odor could attract a bear. Something as simple as the lip trap in your pocket they can smell. Things to think about if you're fishing. Just do the cleaning of the fish down at the water's edge, not up at the campsite. That is a smell that could attract bears too. Do not tinkle where you tend. That is full of pheromones that can also attract them. Don't camp in a dirty campsite or leave a dirty campsite for somebody else. And with dogs, it is a lovely idea to keep them on a leash. They are notorious for going out, picking up wild bears, and then bringing them back to us humans to get us to help them with the situation they found themselves in. Also, when you feed I know I dropped that, sorry. When you feed your pets out in bear country, you do want to feed them and then store the food away just like you do your own food. Unfortunately, most coolers are not bear-proof. Mary has an example of what a bear-proof container looks like. They come in different shapes and sizes, so they are a lovely asset to have. In Alberta, we do have two different species of bears. We have the North American black bear, and, thank you, I just need them. Apparently my tongue was dirty and needed wash. Anyways, we do have two different species of bears. We have the North American black bear, and we have the brown bear. And it can truly save your life to know the difference between the two different species at a glance and in shape alone. Color and size mean absolutely nothing. When we talk about size, what are you doing? In Alberta, our brown bear is the grizzly bear. And a lot of people do think that the grizzly bear is always bigger than the black bear. And that's just not the case. Gracefully, you are not. Here, why don't you just sit on there? Because that's probably what you want to do, because that's what you usually do. Do you want to sit on there? He's like, nope, not really. Maybe? I don't know what you're doing. Alright, you do you, and in the middle I'll just keep talking. There can be itty bitty tiny little grizzly bears. There can be great big huge ones. Even black bears can be little or they can be big. Color also means absolutely nothing. Black bear and brown bear are both kinds of bears. They are not colors of bears. Not only can they both be brown in color, they both can be black in color. They can both be white or blonde, or all the beautiful colors in between. How we can tell them apart? At a glance at his shape alone, if you look at Boss or you look at Piper, you will see they both have the big dip or indentation in the forehead. Ears smaller in proportion to the body. You learned that today. They both have the great big huge hump on the shoulders. They would know what that is. Oops. No thoughts? It's a muscle. All it is a great big huge muscle. And the reason is because brown bears are really earth movers. Can you show them your tools that you were given? Is something just in the way? Can you sit up and show them? Your earth movers, long, straight, blunt, digging claws. Yes, those ones. So if you were actually to put something very heavy in front of you, kneel down on the ground and try to pull it forward, you would feel it right there as well. That's why they have the big hump. Brown bears also have longer, shaggier hair. Are you done today or do you want to do more? Are you going to say goodbye to people? You want to say goodbye now? Okay. Well, you should probably get a high five and a low five, right? You don't want to show everybody how scary you can be before we go? Oh, you do? Okay, well then show them how scary you are. Oh, it's so scary. He's very proud of himself for being scared. Can we look at your teeth one more time? Because I didn't actually pay attention. Oh, yeah. Good thing you were eating dirt again. Do you see black on the molars and you worry? It's just dirt. Can you catch? Nice. Can you catch again? He's just learned how to catch. Yeah, it's not the best game on earth with him. There you go. You're getting it. One more? Okay, for real this time. We're going to say goodbye. He's like, all right, I can hope we don't. Say goodbye again. Thank you. Does Sophie say goodbye too? Sophie says bye, everybody. That's the quietest I've heard her be in a long time. Piper is not her name because she has a set of pipes on her. She is the most vocal bear on earth. Anyways, we do have another handsome man to introduce you to, so if you'd like to follow the beautiful Brindell, she'll lead the way. Born in the wild, his mother was Pope. He was taken half from household to household for approximately a week. We don't know exactly how long or how many homes he ended up in. But what we do know is that we did almost lose trust in something called capture myopathy, which is toxic levels of stress that can completely shut down the system. Thankfully, he did pull through. He has truly become an amazing ambassador bear. He's educated thousands of people about their safety, and taken part in a bunch of research projects. He truly has made a significant difference for wild bears. Are you saying hi to everybody? Now that we're looking at grouse, like I mentioned, he is a black bear, not because he is black in color. He can be brown or white. He will still be a black bear. But when we look at him, what do we see different from the last bear we were looking at? No hump, absolutely. Black bears are straight across their shoulders. You notice that he doesn't have that big dip or indentation in his forehead either? Did you get it? He's straight nose to forehead. His ears are larger in proportion to his body. He has short, even fur. Despite that he is growing as winter coat, there's not some shagging happening, but otherwise short, even fur. And black bears also have very short, curved, sharp climbing claws. Boy, that is truly how we have profiled the difference between the black bear and the first bear in a class in this ship book. Now we are going to give you a quiz, see how well you would all make out if you were traveling in bear country. So if you know the answers to the questions, do feel free to just look them up. Say you want to hike, all of a sudden, off in the distance, you see a bear. Kind of like Piper, she's over there minding her own business, doing her own thing. What do you think you should do? Yeah, turn around and go back the way you come, right? If the bear's minding its own business, we should definitely mind our own business. But what if we drop that, buddy? You can just pick that up for me. What if the bear over there, all of a sudden, does something kind of like this, but over there? Does anyone know why the bear might be standing up like that? Yeah, absolutely. It's just an information-seeking stance. The bear that's over there knows that there's something over here, and it's trying to figure out, is that something I should chase after for my lunch? Or is that something I should turn around and run away from? So as humans, the best thing to do is to give the bear the information it's looking for. Ideally, 3 things all at the same time. We want to make ourselves look bigger. If it means holding up a backpack or some sticks up in the air so that we are big, way more intimidating when we're big. We want to make sure we're backing up. Because again, bears have that critical space line that we don't know where it is. Thirdly, loud monotone voice. The difference between us and other animals is our voice. All 3 things at the same time, typically the bear's not going to turn around and skedaddle because they don't want to be in our space anymore we deserve. But what if, on our hike, all of a sudden we bumped into a grizzly bear? It is maybe only 20 or 30 feet from us, or about the same distance you folks on the glaciers are from me. And if it was a cranky grizzly bear, it would probably be doing things like bluff charging, hitting the ground in front of it, screaming and stomping its jaws, lowering its head, hitting its ears. Trust me, the question is not what you figure out if it's cranky. You will know it's cranky. The question is, what are you going to do about the cranky bear? This is the hardest question. The best thing you can do is, we're smelling some horse sticks. Stand your ground. You do not want to back up and get ground to aggression with the grizzly. It's probably going to keep coming. You get aggressive with the grizzly, it's probably going to get aggressive back. But stand your ground. You don't want to stare the bear in the eye. That could be a threat or a challenge. This is where we like to mention bear spray. You can get it out, uncap it, be prepared to use it if the bear was to advance. Bear spray does have a 20 to 30 foot range forward, a 5 to 10 foot pause on the end, 5 to 7 seconds of spray in one cap. It is not the end-all be-all of bear safety, but statistically it is proven to be 98% effective if used properly. The key word is used properly. So if you have problems with bear spray, when you purchase it, it comes with a good size cap. You just want to make sure that you do purchase that size before you are out hiking, because you won't be able to use the bear spray if you don't. Bear spray is also not bug spray. You can't spray the stuff all over the campsite and expect that it'll keep the bear away. In fact, it may attract them. They love the smell of it. They love rolling all over in the stuff. It only works if you hit them in the nose and the eyes. And of course, where you put your bear spray is also very important. A lot of people tend to put it in their backpack. You want to make sure you have it somewhere where you can have it in your hand very quickly and very effectively so that it is a tool that will help you out. Now, if everything goes wrong and you're physically being mauled by a grizzly, what do we do? Yes, play dead. You're right. So you can lay. You're a bad example of play dead. You're supposed to either lay flat on your stomach or curl up in a ball. hands behind your neck, not your head. Your head is just stronger than your neck is. And of course, the secret thing that is you do not want to make a sound. When you make a sound under the bears, you could turn into a threat or prey. Also be aware that brown bears are notorious for going off a short distance to see what you're going to do next. If you want to play dead, the bears are completely gone out of the area. So what is on our hike? Maybe we're making enough noise. We come around a sharp bend, and we do bump into a black bear. Does anyone know what we're supposed to do? Bump into a black bear? Steps up wild cut. It might work with him, we're so small. The bear's not a wild bear. He's like, this is my favorite toy in the whole wide world. Of course I'll catch it, it'll stop me in my tracks. Yeah, not a wild bear, but you know, it's good stuff. Oh, park we get. There's a black bear. It might actually surprise you, but they are much more of a flight than a fight species. So you can get bigger, you can get louder, you can really get a whole bunch more obnoxious, and they typically are going to skedaddle. The one exception to that is Rockfall. He's like, okay, I got it. Is if you have a predatory black bear attack. They're very rare, but when they happen, they are very, very serious. Those are black bears that have maybe stalked you, hunted you in the woods, broke into your house, entered your cabin, and in that situation, you would do whatever you have to because they do mean to harm you. Again, bear spray is an absolutely amazing tool. That is why it is so important to know the difference between the two different species at a glance, the shape alone, because we do behave very, very differently. You got it again? Don't let it go, we might lose. Other bears might steal it from you here. Does anybody here watch movies? I'm glad 3 of you watch movies. In the movies, have you ever seen a bear do something like just drop the ball? Not drop the ball, just drop the ball. Like, nope. Okay, drop the fact he's holding a ball. Thanks. Have you ever seen a bear do something kind of like this in the movies? Yeah? What did he not do that bears in the movies do? Why did he not do that? Because the movie business passes alone. They call it movies and movie magic for a reason. That is magic. They add that sound in. It's completely fake. Bears don't make that sound. They make tons of vocalization. That sound is not one of them. Don't believe everything you see on TV. No wild bear is ever going to stand up open for anybody. Because they can't. Can you? He's like, no. They do sound like Chewbacca. Do you know what that is? Yeah, you guys want to see his teeth? Pretty impressive teeth, aren't they? He doesn't eat dirt either, so they're not black. They can slightly green, so it's all cost. They can sound like Chewbacca. They can sound like a little bit laughing, to be honest. They can hunt. They make tons of sounds. Tons of sounds. That's one of them. Anyway, in elementary school in Canada, we learned about reuse, reduce, and recycle, right? Right. So what is this?
A recycle.
A recycle bin? And where does this belong?
Recycle.
Not there?
Oh.
Do you know that in Canada only 70% of those are ending up there? And in fact, in Canada, we are top 5 in the world. The biggest waste creators in the world. We have more waste per capita. We're top 5. That is not a good top 5 yet. So, we have this bright idea. We can train a bear to do recycling. We can maybe have some higher expectations out of us humans. We do have one more bear to introduce you to. So again, if everybody would like to follow the beautiful Brindle, she'll be swing. Lucy is 5.5 years old. She was born on January 17th of 2017. She came to us on April 7th, 2017. And of course, at 5.5 years old, Lucy goes through all sorts of stages. Bears do, just like human children do. And she became the biggest duck on Earth. She has decided that the only thing she knows how to do is with her hands. And maybe her toes. She typically is the master of yoga. I can't get I can't actually sit on you. I can't. Berkeley came to us from a facility in the States. Unfortunately, her parents were just young. They weren't expecting cubs. Brown bears, all bears, are born in January January, February, during hibernation. And if you were to introduce food to an adult bear, you could actually kill them because their gastrointestinal system then shut down. They're not processing food. And so if you gave them that food, like I said, you could eliminate them. And of course, because they weren't expecting to house the male was still being housed with the female. Unfortunately, the male destroyed the other calf, which is completely normal and natural. That is what male bears do. It doesn't matter if it's captive or wild. And they knew that if they didn't take Berkeley, that she would end up with the same thing. So that's why she's here. Do you think we can stop holding hands for just a minute? And you can show them how big you are for 5.5? That's how big you are. You should show them how brown bears break things too. You can do better. What are you going to break a grape? There you go. You'll notice she uses the weight of her skull down through her shoulder muscles into her front feet. Because she definitely could broke a watermelon doing that. If she wants to, trust me, they can be extremely destructive. You can break anything that you put your mind to it. Do you want to do anything else today? No? Knuckle? Why don't you tell everybody what you think people I think if we can smell as well as there, that's 21 times better than we did with all this. You're really so weird this time. You say hi, so everybody goes to the back of your hand. That's what they do. This is also a great time. Does anyone have any questions at all whatsoever? Then no, I'll speak at once. How heavy is she? She weighed in at 369 pounds. On average, there's actually 100 pounds during hibernation. So when she went down last month, she weighed over 400 pounds. And by the time she was down that fall, she was all the way over 400 pounds. What does she eat? So, Berkeley specifically is the pickiest bear in the entire world. Most bears are not picky. They're opportunistic, and if there's food, they will eat it. Not Berkeley's. Berkeley's are very picky. Brown bears, though, typically speaking, do require a lot higher fat protein diet. Black bears, they make 80% of their diet typically is vegetation. Again, opportunistic. If there's food, they're eating it. One thing that really surprises people is they don't realize that bears graze on grass and cattle. So bears literally live on these longer shores. They want to keep eating what they can. There's nothing more than they're doing it. It's actually some bears, again, preferences for dandelions. Do you think Berkeley's one of them? Dandelions in her enclosure. Patty next door, you won't find a dandelion in front of her. She's a starboard dandelion. That's also dandelions. They're great. He was like, benefits to allowing them to hibernate. In fact, bears have the ability to heal through hibernation. That's why in the wild you'll see 3-footed bears, because they can actually heal while they're hibernating. So we allow our bears to hibernate. It's actually really simple. You don't want to keep feeding them if you want them to sleep. To stop feeding them. There's actually a period in the fall, over 2 weeks, where the chemicals in their brain and the chemicals in their body that react with each other and tell them to stop eating. So you watch for that window, and that's way more than most of us people realize. Oh, sorry. Yes, sweetheart. How long do bears sleep? Well, I don't know. Every bear is kind of different, and every day is kind of different. Some if they're tired, they can sleep, and if they're not, then they wake up. Kind of like... Yeah, bears they have to have numbers too. And the baby bears, they go to bed early because they get overtired and they get cranky. Just like little people get overtired and cranky and they don't go to bed when mom and dad tell them to go to bed. You're deciding to do some yoga now, are you? Touch those hammies up, girl. Well, if anyone does have any other questions, please do not hesitate to ask any of us. We are all more than happy to answer them for you. We do offer photos. Here, can you just leave me alone? We do offer photos with the bears for anyone that is interested. You do need to pre-purchase your ticket from Melissa. I can give you his name in her hand. We would then start with red leaves and go to Crust and then Trouble 1 and Trouble 2. We do need to know how many people are going to be in the photo, what you would like the bears to do. We ask if you're carrying anything, you please leave it on the outside. There is absolutely no touching there. Or the wires on the inside. That is electric system device. You would need to make the decision if you would like the photo taken on you or cellular with, so you have to do whatever you please with, or on our camera where we will send 1 4x6 photo. We do ask as soon as I am done speaking